first time I've been in this venue, and as Ian said, my name's Anna Bradbury, and I'm from New Zealand, from a city called Tauranga, and Cheryl's probably the only one in the room who knows where it is. And the course found me about 8 years ago in New Zealand. Friends of mine were going to a group in my hometown, started by a lady who had discovered the course in Findhorn about 20 years previous to that, and came to the UK just over four years ago, and it's been my privilege to be the administrator for the Miracle Network for 2.5 years now. I would say that it's probably only been in the last 2 years that I've really actively applied the course to my life in a really practical way, getting down to the nitty-gritty of what it says for me and how I can apply it to my life to improve my level of inner peace and to improve my relationships and to have a greater sense of returning home to the place that the Course tells us we've actually never left. And in the course of the last 2 years, I've had to think seriously about what's happening in this illusion when I've been faced with broken promises, insane behaviour, unacceptable behaviour, or when I've perhaps displayed insane behaviour. Hard to imagine, I know, but yes, I'm capable of that as well. And I started thinking, well, how does one approach these things, like these conversations with people that we're told aren't really there? The Course also says things like, when you concentrate on the error, you're making the error real. The Course says not to correct a brother. And so all these things were going through my mind, and yet I was still in a position where I was experiencing insane behaviour. People were breaking promises to me. And I really had to know how to deal with it, because what I'd observed in myself, as well as in other spiritual places, spiritual pathways, is that people tend to be quiet and not say anything, thereby looking spiritual. And that's what the Course says is the face of innocence, putting on the face of innocence, that actually there's still this whole lot going on in our minds, grievances, judgments, resentments, anger, all these things still going on, and yet we smile sweetly at everybody and say, no, it's okay, everything's lovely. But it's not lovely, not inside. And as we also know from the Course, it's our inner world that creates our outer world. So tonight I want to look at that side of things. What does the Course say about having conversations? What does it say about this world? And should we be having conversations at all? And if we are to have conversations, how do we have them? Where do we start? What do we do while we're in them? All of that sort of thing. And hopefully there'll be a time for questions when we get a bit further along as well.